Our camera crew visits Helena at home. Nikolaus is now 1 year old. He is an albino, like one of his older sisters. These are photos from his baptism, when Nikolaus was just 1 month old. Helena remembers feeling tremendous relief to know that her child was born HIV negative. Back then, the child's father, Simão, had a job, and everything seemed to be going well.
Simão is back with his parents. The last time you were here, we still lived together. But he never gave me any money for the household. Whenever I asked for some, there were always arguments. So I said it would be better if he left. I don't know what he's doing at the moment. I don't care anymore. I get up every morning, I go to work, and try to raise my children with the little money I earn. That's it.
Helena is working again as a domestic helper. Her sister takes care of her baby and her 2 daughters, Lena and Matilda. Later on, we visit Célia at her parents' home. When we arrive, she's busy preparing lunch for them. They are a key support. They help care for the children while Célia is working again full-time as a sales clerk. Célia's son, Marito, is almost a year old now. He is shy around his mother sometimes. She only gets to see him once a week on her day off. Several months ago, Célia left Marito and his 4-year-old sister, Luisa, with her parents. Why did you bring this cake tin today?
It's for Marito's birthday cake.
Okay.
1 year, that's a special day. You've got to do something. I was very worried about these wounds he had. They wouldn't heal. He kept on scratching them, and they kept on bleeding.
Célia wants to take him to the clinic for another checkup. She has to work on Marito's birthday, and she's glad her parents are there to celebrate with the children, especially because Marito's father probably won't show up.
I haven't seen him since the children came to my parents' house. My father has invited him to come several times, but he never has. Who knows whether he'll show his face here again.
Are you still in contact?
Yes, now and again. But whenever I ring, he often doesn't pick up, and then he sends me a message telling me I should write a text.
Helena has a checkup at the clinic today. After becoming pregnant with Nico, she started receiving care through a program for HIV-positive mothers. The HIV infection rate in the Maputo metropolitan area is estimated at more than 30% of the population. Helena has been living with the virus for 5 years now. She is aware of her condition, and she's sensitive to the fact that her children are albino.
Most people don't find it strange. Some do perhaps, but most people like them both and say Nicolau is beautiful. They call him the little white one in the neighborhood.
Helena still visits the clinic to have her blood levels measured and get checkups for her son.
Oi. Oi. Oi.
Without the life-saving medicine and care she received here, Helena likely wouldn't have given birth to a healthy baby. Now, a year later, they're here for a new HIV test. And as always, she has a meeting with Nurse Adalberta, who was there throughout her pregnancy.
No, he can't stand on his own. He needs support.
Helena can tell that Adalberta isn't satisfied with Nico's development.
The child's weight hasn't increased for months. It's around 6 kilos. That's really not good.
It's because he was so ill. I was in the hospital. They gave him some pills. And then I was back at home with him. The pills didn't really help. He got diarrhea. And I stayed in the hospital with him.
Okay, but you must always enrich his porridge with something. A bit of oil and ground peanuts. Toast the peanuts a little and grind them up. His porridge has to be made more nutritious. You could also add an egg yolk now and again. Okay? And you'll have to bring him in for a checkup every 15 days because the child's not well.
I'm back working in the same house. There was a similar problem with my boss last time. When Nico got sick, she said I was always off work because of him.
Okay, Helena, but...
So I've decided to stop so I can take care of my child. You don't know what my boss is like.
And how do you plan to feed your child if you don't work? That's just not on. You've got to explain to her. Tell her you went to the clinic and the nurse said your child is seriously underweight. And that you've got to bring him in for a checkup every 15 days.
Okay, I'll try.
Célia and her son Marito are also here for an HIV test. Work will have to wait today. This appointment is just too important.
Come on in. Have a seat. I'll take his finger. Don't cry, baby.
He won't cry.
Célia won't have to wait long for the results. She'll soon know if he's still negative.